Welcome to the Batmobile Tumbler parts 31 to 40. This is just going to be all the electronics in one video. Take the multicolored Loom 31D, and then we have the 31A, which is the steering motor, which is looks like a DC motor with a metal reduction gear and a plastic pinion. So that is labeled as number 2. So we insert that into number 2. So these are marked 2, 3 and 4 and number 1. So we insert that into number 2. So it only goes one way round, if you notice. Then we take there's a limit switch, which is marked number 3 and number 4. It's just the switch. So we insert that into number 3. So we put the number up on both, push in. Same for the limit switch, which is marked as number 4. Issue 32, we take the wiring loom 32E, which is marked as 7 and 8 and 9. You notice the 9 has got an underscore on it. Take the LED, which is marked number 9. Push in. We take LEDs with the number 8 and we connect it to number 8. We also have a speaker in this pack, which is marked number 10. We have an on-off switch, which is marked number 5, and a LED strip, which is marked as number 6. So it's got the underscore, so you don't mix it up between the 9 and the 6. So you've got number 6 with underscore underneath. We'll put these to the side because they're obviously going to be used later on. Issue 33 has the battery pack, which is marked as number 11. We have 2 limit switches, which one's marked number 13, one's marked number 14, and a wiring harness, which is marked number 12, and 14 and 13 at this end. So we take the limit switch number 14, put them together, and limit switch number 13. So that is that pack done. Issue 34 has a wiring harness 34F, which has 16 and 17 at one end and 15 on the other. You also get two LEDs with a connector number 17 and 2 LEDs with a connector 16. So we connect the 16 and 16 together, 17 and 17 together. You also get a wiring harness with 18 at one end and 19 on the other, and you get an LED array number 19, which is number 19 connects to number 19. Plus you get the controller card, which is marked 10, 5, 11, 1. So we need to take number 15, find slot 15. So it's the other way around with the number facing down. Push in. That's 15. We had number 18, number down, so it will only go that way. If you look, you can see the pins there, and the pins are at the bottom. So that's number 18. So that is that issue complete. Issue 35, you get 2 wiring harnesses, 35C, which is marked 21, 22 and number 20 at the end. And then you get 35J, which is marked 27, 26, 28, 29, 24 and 25 with 23 at the end. Take 2 LEDs, one marked 21, numbers facing up to each other, push, and LED 22, push. So that's bits done. Take the next wiring harness, and we have LEDs 24, numbers upwards, to 24, LEDs 25, and we have 4 limit switches marked 26, one marked 29, another limit switch 28, and finally limit switch 27. So is that issue complete. Right, issue 36 has a wiring harness 36B, which is 33 at one end, which goes to the controller PCB, and then we've got mark 34, 35, 36 and 37. We get a motor, so we insert that into 35. Remember the numbers up facing each other, upwards. Then we have 2 limit switches marked number 37 and another limit switch 36. I won't be connecting them to the PCB until really enough the end, and then I'll just connect them all up together. So that's the end of that issue. Issue 37, get a harness 30 at one end, go on the controller card, and 31 and 32. You will also get a windshield motor marked 31. You connect 31 to 31, and that's the end of that issue. Issue 38 is just a vertical motor and nothing else. That is it in issue 38. The issue 38 motor, I think we'll spoil ourselves and we'll connect it to the wiring harness that we did previously, which has got 34. And the motor has got 34 on it, so we will just connect these together. Issue 39 has a lifting motor with number 32 on it. We take a previous wiring harness which has 32 on it, and we connect these together. So we have the 2 motors running off number 30. With issue 39, we're going to connect all the parts together to the board. So we got number 1, we're going to put it into number 1 on the board with number facing down. We should have no empty ports. On to issue 40, take the remote control front panel and the remote control membrane. You can see it's got a lug there and a hole cut out for the lug. So you'll only go one way round, push in, so keep it the right way round. Take the PCB, it will only go one way round as well, because they see the hole cut out to go to the lug, and that is where the keypad bits press. So with the PCB IC upwards, push it onto the lug, take the back panel, clip it into the top, and just push and clip it together. You can see if you take the battery positive mark there, battery positive, and you can see the battery positive upwards but there. So with the buttons facing down, it goes that way around, push in, and that is our remote control complete. Right, I've wired everything up to the main PCB. I have noticed on the test procedure where it says to when you switch it on, the LED lights numbers 8, 9, 25 and 26 come on, but if you actually look at the drawing, 26 is a micro switch, and the LEDs are on 24 and 25, so 26 should actually read 24. So if I cross out 26, so it should be 8, 9, 25 and 24 as per drawing. So if we go for the test sequence now, if I turn the main switch on, so the LEDs on 24 and 25 are on. The LEDs which are wired to 8 and 9 are on as per instructions, and the motor, let's find the motor which is turning, the motor which is 34 is turning. If you put the brass bit on the side of there, you can see it's turning clockwise. To stop motor 34 turning, you have to switch micro switch number 26. So if I locate that, 26, then this motor will start turning. You can see it's turning with the brass bit to there. It is turning clockwise, and that is motor number 32. To stop motor 32, you switch micro switch number 14. So if I locate number 14, so it's third. That's probably why they told you to label them. So there's micro switch number 14. That motor stops, and motor number 31 starts. You can see if I use the brass bit there, you see it's turning anti-clockwise. And then to switch that off, you micro switch number 29. So if I find 29, micro switch. So that's testing that bit. So now if we recover the remote control, if we switch the headlights, the LEDs go out. If we switch it back on, you can see all the LEDs come on for number 24, number 25, number 8, and number 9. So if we switch the lights off, you can see they go off. The next one is the spotlights. So if I click on the spotlight button, the 2 spotlights come on. One is number 22, one is 21. So you can see the spotlights, the jet boost, because it's got sound. And the LED goes red, then blue. Off, back on. So next we press left, and motor number 2, hold it there, it's going clockwise. Click right, it is going anti-clockwise. Take your finger off, stops. Left, right. Next we click on the spoiler button, makes a noise, and the motor is going clockwise, and depending on which direction that is going, it depends on what micro switch we press. So if it was going anti-clockwise, we would have to use switch number 37 to stop it. If it is going clockwise, we have to use switch number 36 to stop it. So if I find 36, stopped. If we try the spoiler again, it's going anti-clockwise. Number 37. Try it again. It's going clockwise, so number 37 won't work, so it has to be 36. So if we find 36, then it stops. Next is the cockpit. It's a noise, and motor number 31 is going clockwise. So to stop it turning, you have to use 28. So just find number 28. Which is 28 is on this big loom here. 28. Switch that, and then number 32 moves. And to switch off number 32, we will have to use the micro switch 13. Number 13. And then motor number 34 turns, and to stop motor 34 we use switch number 27. 27. So we use dashboard lights, and you can see LEDs 16, 17 and the strip lights. So that's 16, 17 and the strip light is on, off, on. So we get these on, off, and there we have our cannon, which you just get sound. Then we turn it off. That's the end of our testing.